Kenya and Guinea-Bissau. Our engagements have been marked by a spirit of mutual respect and a shared vision for prosperity and development between our two nations. In our deliberations, we reiterated the importance of continuous and open dialogue in addressing matters of mutual interest, with the aim of fostering greater understanding and developing solutions that align with our respective aspirations. The approach will further solidify our bilateral ties and enhance collaboration across many sectors of our economies. This state visit has provided a valuable opportunity to explore avenues for enhancing trade and investment between Kenya and Guinea-Bissau. We acknowledge the immense potential that exists in leveraging the Africa Continental Free Trade Area and other continental infrastructure, including the recently concluded tripartite agreement that has now come into force, that brings together COMESA, East African Community, and SADC, and presents a market of close to 800 million people in our region. Together, we are committed to harnessing the potential that this trade and investment infrastructure provides, both for us as a region, for Kenya as a country, and for Guinea-Bissau as a friendly nation working with us. At the continental level, we engaged in discussions on critical issues of common interest. And I want to thank my brother for his commitment to the partnership between Kenya and Guinea-Bissau. We have discussed how we can provide opportunities as Kenya for students from Guinea-Bissau to benefit from the education facilities that exist in our country, in areas of agriculture, in areas of trade, in areas of tourism, and in other areas that Guinea-Bissau will share their requirements. And the ministers from Kenya and Guinea-Bissau will go into detail on where the facilities, where the scholarships will target, which universities, which colleges, so that we can share the experience that we have as a country that has positioned itself as a major agricultural country in our region. We have also discussed areas of cooperation, including His Excellency's participation on Monday on the assignment that I was given by the Africa Union to overlook the reform of the institutions of the Africa Union Commission, to align the Africa Union Commission together with the regional economic blocs and provide for sharing of responsibilities, the fashioning of the African Court of Justice to provide the necessary legal infrastructure and to provide a mechanism for resolving disputes and issues that arise between the institutions of Africa Union and also between different nations, and also to align the place of the Pan-African Parliament so that it can be organized in a manner that is fit for purpose to prosecute the issues that are important to the people of this continent, realizing the importance of organizing ourselves as Africans in the Africa Union Commission so that we can position our continent appropriately to take advantage of the opportunities of the 21st century in unlocking the tremendous potential, resource potential in our continent, minerals, energy resources, the human capital that exists in our continent, the trade opportunity and investment opportunity that a market of 1.4 billion people gives. And therefore, We will be engaging with other heads of state on Monday, and I want to thank my brother for taking time to provide his insights, his ideas, and his thoughts on how we can do this better. I also have taken the opportunity to brief my brother, President Embaló, on the security and peace initiatives that Kenya is engaged in our region. I have briefed him that there is an ongoing South Sudan mediation process that is underway right here in Nairobi, and we are looking at how we can bring this to conclusion in the next few weeks or in the next month or so. That we are also concerned as a country about what is going on in Sudan, the atrocities, the human suffering, the serious humanitarian situation that is unfolding in Sudan. And yesterday, I briefed my brother that I got a special envoy sent by General Burhan of the Sudan on how Kenya can assist in sorting out the situation, the dire situation in Sudan. And I've shared this with my brother, how as African leaders we can bring more to bear in sorting out the challenges that face our continent. I have also briefed my brother of my engagement with the President of Angola, who is currently the chair of the initiative on the resolution of conflict in Eastern DRC, a situation that is also degenerating, according to recent reports, something that is of concern to all of us as leaders in this continent. And I have asked my brother to use his friendship and influence to see what we can do together around the situation in DRC. And of course, the situation in Somalia and the steps that are being taken so that we can transition from ATMIS to the new arrangement that is under the Africa Union. These are some of the discussions that has informed my conversation with my brother here, because we believe that to be able to unlock the potential that exists in our continent for industrialization, for job creation, for unlocking the potential of the resources that exist in our continent, peace and security must be front and center, because there can never be any investment of trade in an environment of conflict and insecurity. Allow me, Your Excellency, to conclude by giving you my assurance and that of the government and people of Kenya of the friendship and partnership between Kenya and your great country, and to thank you most sincerely for supporting Kenya's candidature of the Africa Union Commission, as I informed you earlier last year, and to in a very special way recognize your efforts in not only supporting the Honorable Raila Odinga, but also canvassing support for him in Western Africa. We very sincerely thank you, Mr. President, for that friendship and brotherhood that you have demonstrated. To assure you that this is your other home, and whenever you have an opportunity to be in this country, you're most welcome. You have asked me that we need to have a conversation with Kenya Airways so that we can again expand the route network of Kenya Airways to include Guinea-Bissau. And I have undertaken that we will be having that conversation with the Ministry of Transport and Kenya Airways to see how we can create better connectivity to move people, to move ideas, to move goods between our countries, and to enhance communication between the West and East and between Kenya and Guinea-Bissau. Once again, I extend my very heartfelt gratitude to you, Your Excellency, for your visit to Nairobi and for the fruitful and insightful engagements we've had, and I look forward to continued collaboration between our two countries. I thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Muito obrigado, meu caro irmão, Presidente Ruto, minhas senhoras e meus senhores. É uma honra realizar uma visita de Estado ao Quênia ao convite do meu irmão e bom amigo, Presidente Dr. Samuel Ruto, que em abril do ano passado visitou a Guiné-Bissau, sendo o primeiro presidente de Quênia a visitar o meu país. Como meu irmão, o Presidente Ruto acabou de mencionar, a Guiné-Bissau e a Quênia e o Quênia são 2 países irmãos. Partilhamos os mesmos valores e perseguimos objetivos semelhantes de desenvolvimento econômico e progresso social. Os nossos 2 países também estão igualmente comprometidos com a preservação da paz e da estabilidade em África. Vim a Nairobi para reafirmar o meu compromisso em fortalecer as relações de amizade e cooperação entre os nossos países e povos. O Presidente Ruto e eu decidimos aproximar os nossos países, criando o ambiente, as condições adequadas para trocas comerciais, investimentos, intercâmbios acadêmicos e culturais mutuamente proveitosos, bem como consultas políticas regulares destinadas a contribuir para a resolução de conflitos e a promoção
in a spirit of mutual cooperation. We also discussed different ways of reinforcing our cooperation in all areas of mutual interest, and we reiterated that we will meet shortly the right frameworks to solidify our cooperation mutually beneficial between Kenya and Guinea-Bissau. In order to conclude, I wish to once more thank my brother, President William Ruto, and the people of Kenya for your warm welcome and your warm hospitality that you have offered us during a memorable visit to your country. Also, I can guarantee my brother and friend William Ruto that Guinea-Bissau, through myself, supports you, and we want to reiterate our commitment to peace in South Sudan and also in Sudan. And recently I received President Burhan. We discussed and we spoke at great length about peace and the role of President Ruto in achieving this peace. Last year, or rather 2 years ago, we received the Vice President, MED of Guinea-Bissau, and we discussed, we exchanged ideas on how we can achieve peace in Sudan. I'm also speaking often with President Kagame, my brother, and also President Felix, speaking about how we can achieve peace. And we must continue this dialogue with President Kagame, President Felix, and also the President of Angola and others, to see how we can achieve peace and end of this crisis that affect our countries. I also want to reiterate, I'm very content and happy to be here. This is my second state visit to Kenya. 3 years ago, I was here for a state visit, where I was received by President Uhuru. It was very memorable. And therefore, I feel part of very home in Kenya. Muito obrigado, asante sana. Thank you very much, brother.